Shalom. We're going to start by giving all praises, honors, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to our elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Those are the men that taught us the truth of the Bible through the Holy Spirit. And Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, Brakatham, to the 144,000 servants of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and the remaining elect of the nation of Israel that's scattered around the four corners of the globe. I'm here with the brother Micah Allah, and I'm the brother Yashalam from the New York main camp. And you know, the latest news, or I should say the talk of the town right now, is this situation with Donald Trump, DJ Trump, and what's gonna, befool the world, so to speak, in the next, few months. Those of us that's in the know, we understand what's happening. We know what time it is concerning Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and them bringing about their agenda. But, as Apostle Tahar was saying after camp, really this agenda, this whole New World Order, which at the helm of this New World Order is going to be what? The implantable microchip. It's really the agenda of Yahweh Bahashem Shai, man.
That's right.
All right. So again, there's this talk of Donald Trump having the coronavirus, the COVID-19, and everyone's kind of thinking or wondering or speculating, so to speak, who's going to be the next king of Babylon. So that's what we're going to go into here, starting in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter. I believe the point is in verse 3 or 4, but we're going to start from the top.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Shai will have mercy on Jacob.
Yeah, and that's what the Lord is doing right now. He's having mercy upon Jacob. Now, Jacob is the forefather of these so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, whose name was changed to Israel. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Yeah, and set them in our own land, because collectively, the 12 tribes of Israel, which are over here in America, North America, modern-day Babylon, Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon, they're collectively gathered over here in North America. And then you have our people that are scattered around the world. And this is all due to our disobedience. Because of our disobedience, not following the laws, statutes, and commandments, as is written in the book of Deuteronomy 28, around 15, from verse 15 on downwards, the Lord says he's going to put curses upon our people. And one of the main curses that fell upon our people was being scattered amongst the nations. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Shai, for servants and handmaids.
Yeah, and that's the judgment written. Okay, the judgment written according to Revelation 13, you can start at verse 9 to verse 10, is that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And that's the judgment written, man. And that's the time that we're coming into, whereby Yahweh Bahashem Shai is going to, bring about a new rulership, a new kingdom on the earth, as is written in 2 Ezra 6 verse 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so right now we're living in that transitional period where, Esau's coming down and we're coming up. Beginning with the elect of Israel. Go ahead.
That's right. It says, it says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
Yeah, and we're getting that rest now, again, beginning with the elect. That's what the Lord meant about, him giving us a comforter, like you, for instance, you might have a blanket that will comfort you at night, So our comforter is going to come in the form of what? These scriptures, the Holy Bible, that's our comforter. And that's what's given our people, those of us that know this truth, we're resting right now within this truth. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty Yahweh Bahashem Shai. So we have rest in our minds, knowing who we are. Now we're not bugged out no more, calling ourselves African Americans, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, or Mexicans, or Native Americans. Now we know who we are, right? We have rest in that. We have rest in knowing what's going to happen in the very near future.
It says, and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Yeah, and where have we been made to serve? Here in modern day Egypt, right, which is North America, Babylon the Great. Is it not written, when you go to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the house of Judah and the house of Israel were oppressed together?
Hey, that's right, because you got to understand, you got many of our people right now that they're turning to the, to polling stations to vote, meaning thinking that they're going to receive some type of change or some type of, where basically they're gonna get some recompense in this society where they where, you know, they're gonna have laws changed and all that from voting. But no, it's not gonna happen, because guess what? You were brought over here as a punishment, all right, for breaking the laws of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so that's what the Lord gonna come down to. But the thing is, the Lord is gonna redeem us. Salakia. The Lord is gonna redeem us. Okay. And remove these curses from us, man.
Yeah.
You know, our people.
Yeah.
Okay? Salakia.
That's cool. You know, we're in the, is it still recording?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the beginning stages of Yahweh Bashma Shai, removing those curses, you know? You know, one of the main curses that fell upon our people, going back to Jeremiah 17 verse 4, the Lord said that he was going to make us discontinue from our heritage. You know, so we discontinued from our heritage in the sense of, you know, being kicked out of our land, you know, the land of Israel, but we also fell away from our customs, who we were as a people.
That's right.
You know, the law, statutes, and commandments. And now, right now, Yahweh Shema Shai is showing that mercy by, you know, restoring us. He's restoring our people. He's bringing us back to our remembrance, you know, waking us up to this truth, you know.
That's right. It says that...
Hey, call it again, read it again.
Khan. This is Isaiah 14 and verse 5. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Yeah, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. And that's, you know, again, that's our main topic right now. Who is the king of Babylon? Where is Babylon? What's going to happen to Babylon? You know, right now, the modern day Babylon is here in America, which the word Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word babal, which means confusion. And that's what you have here in America. America is that cesspool of confusion, beginning with our people being in a confused state. They don't know who they are. Again, they're calling themselves black, they're calling themselves West Indians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, so on and so forth. They're also bugged out as it pertains to them worshipping false gods, you know, being caught up in different ideologies and different philosophies. The main stronghold right now that's upon our people is what? Christianity. And Christianity is the most confusing religion out there, man. For real. Like, Christianity has the most, like, demons in it, man.
Yeah. And that's the thing, it's like, you got our people, you know, they claim that, you know, they go to church, they believe in God, but they don't know the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
They don't know the scriptures, man. You ask a so-called Christian the things that we, you know, the things that we could break down, and they'll absolutely be like, is that written in the scriptures?
Yeah.
Because they don't know, because they don't read, because most of the time what they're doing, they're singing and dancing, and, you know, they're not being edified, man.
Yeah.
You know, but when we bring these things out and we tell our people, listen, you know, the Lord, who the world even calls so-called Jesus Christ, man, therefore, you know, he's for us, man. And, you know, and Most High, you know, who the world even calls God, they're for our people, man. You know, but guess what? Our people trust in Egypt, go down, what it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. That's the majority of our people. They're trying to seek hope in a fucked up Salakia for, you know, for cursing, but you know, it is what it is. Our people seek, you know, salvation in you know, in a false dream, in a false reality, false hope of this society, of this government, you know. So that's the part of you know, that's why the real reason why is that when you see the Lord's gonna basically have it where majority of you Israelites, man, that, you know, you trust in Egypt, man. Guess what? He's gonna use you as an example, man.
Yeah.
Where the Most High is gonna use Esau, which he's gonna be the whipping stick to come against the 2/3 of our people, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you didn't believe. You didn't believe in our report. You didn't believe in you know, what the scriptures have to say, man. Because the Lord, he's the only one that's gonna redeem us out of our situation.
Yeah.
You know, Yahweh Shai himself. Okay?
Yeah. And you gotta remember, this is the modern day Egypt here in America. But the Lord, this is the thing. It's not as it says in what's that, Jeremiah 16 verse 14. It shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of Egypt. But it shall be said that the Lord liveth, Yahweh Shai brought up the children of Israel from where? From the land of the north. And this is going to be a special deliverance, not like how it was in the days of old.
Right.
Because this time round, the Lord is only delivering 1/3 of our people here in America, and those that scattered around the world that's a part of the elect too. You know, so 2/3 of our people, they're gonna be asked out, so to speak.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
they're gonna feel the full wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is gonna come by way of fire, right? By way of those ICBMs and the fire, the concentrated fire, the laser beams, as it were. That's gonna come out of the chariots, man.
Yeah, but before then, it's going to be where they're going to have to go through, you know, trials and tribulations for
Yeah.
Jacob's trouble.
Oh, yep.
They're going to have to go through famine. They're going to have to go through, basically all hell breaking loose, man.
Yeah.
And we see that how things are set up right now. Hey, man, this can happen at any day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you got civil unrest that's happening right now, and then you got where it's going to be racial, you know, classes clashing against each other, racial wars. You know, what is it? The Proud Boys.
Yeah,
all right,
Proud
the Proud
Boys,
Boys,
yeah,
and
Proud Boys.
then you got the NFAC.
They're not fucking around.
You know, yeah, with Grandmaster Jay.
Yeah.
All right, and then we know through the spirit that's all gonna lead up to what? Them bringing in the National Guards.
Yeah, the military.
Yeah, the military.
The military. And that's why the Lord spoke about. It wasn't recording? Damn, man.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see if we was recording. Let's see. Salakia. Yeah, so we still on. Salakia for that. Yeah, but yeah, we see that what's gonna come out of that is the military coming in, okay?
Yeah.
Because their whole agenda right now, because you see what's going on with Trump, and he has so-called COVID, okay? They're gonna use the military as a way of, you know, bringing this vaccine in, man.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have this thing already set up before, because that was gonna be their excuse to bring in the military to fight off civil unrest. But really, the bigger picture is to get people vaccinated.
Exactly. That's the goal. You see, Esau, as it says in 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11, right? It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. Now, when you go into that word devices, it's defined as an evil plot or an evil thought or an evil purpose. And we understand that Esau's evil thought or his evil purpose is to bring about what? His New World Order agenda. And at the helm of his New World Order, he wants to bring about what? An implantable microchip to enslave and control the masses of people. Primarily you Israelites. That's his goal. Okay?
That's right.
And he's going to do that in a very crafty way. And he's already started. You know, he started, we believe, with this coronavirus, this COVID-19 situation. That's going to be the cause, as it's written in Revelation 13 and 16. He causeth all. So what's the cause about? Him bringing about this pestilence in the form of the COVID-19. Now all of a sudden everyone needs to be vaccinated, which is going to lead to everyone being chipped ultimately, man.
Right.
Because this COVID-19 is going to actually crash the economy.
Yeah.
You see? And then they have to bring about a whole new economic system. And that's where you get your global reset from. In 2021, they're gonna bring their goal is to bring about a whole new economic system, man. They're gonna do away with cash. It's gonna be a cashless society.
Right. I got something real quick.
Right, let's go.
This is Revelation chapter 8. I'm gonna start at 18 verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai, when he comes back, he's gonna come back as an angelic force, as an angelic power, with a multitude of angels, you know, and the chariots. And on these chariots, you actually have lights on these chariots. Go ahead.
It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils.
Now the question is, what Babylon is our forefather, the Apostle John, seeing here on the Isle of Patmos, circa 96 AD? Because according to the Bible, ancient Babylon, that was around, let's say, circa 600 BC. All right, so this is like what, almost 700 years after ancient Babylon was on the scene.
Right.
So the Apostle John has to be speaking about a whole new Babylon. He has to be.
The daughter of Babylon.
There you go, the daughter of Babylon. He's speaking about the daughter of Babylon, pursuant to what's that? Psalms 137, verse 7 on down, and the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay. Now, when you go to the precepts in Psalms 137, verse 7 on down, our forefather King David acquainted Babylon, or the daughter of Babylon, with who? Edom. Esau, Edom. So where is Esau, Edom's main stronghold? Here in America, Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
And it says, let me read it again. It says, Babylon the Great is fallen,
Right.
and it's fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, man. And we see that's the spirit of Babylon right now, man. This place is through, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got all these, businesses trying to stay afloat. You got the Dow Jones, the stock market. You know, as soon as they heard news of COVID hitting Trump and his wife, man, everything just went down, man. Everything dropped, tremendously, 400 points in one day, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the spirit of America right now. You got these restaurants, they're trying to stay afloat.
Yeah.
You know, everything is going down, man.
Yeah.
You know, so we say that, spiritually we're bringing this place down.
Yep.
through
Easy.
the spirit of the Lord.
Yep.
Through what? Through this word.
Yep.
And then when the Lord comes, he's going to bring it physically.
Yep. That's what the Apostle Paul said about how he's going to consume Esau by the spirit of his mouth, and then by the brightness of his coming, which is when the Lord returns on a physical level. Right now, the Lord is returned on a spiritual level through his men. He's going to come back with those holy angels and the chariots and take Esau out once and for all, physically, man.
That's right. I got something. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Yeah, hey, man, right now, we seeing the hammer of the whole earth, being America, is being about to be cut down, man.
Yep.
All right? America is a laughing stock right now among the nations, man. They're laughing at America, man. Especially since this presidential debate. This shit is a fucking joke, man.
Yeah.
This place is folly, man. So, this place is, it's on its way out, man.
It's finished.
But it's gonna be ultimately destroyed by thermonuclear destruction.
Yeah. And all these different countries around the world, they're not afraid of America no more
Nah.
either. Right now, you've got President Xi Jinping of China. He's already saying that, look, we're the next superpower. We've got our artillery,
Right.
our armor, our missiles is just as bad as America, so to speak.
Maybe they could even be greater, because
Yeah.
the thing is, America is playing catch up,
Yeah.
compared to nations like Russia, China. They're playing catch up to the technology that these other countries have already, man.
Yeah.
America's still stuck in the Patriot defense system. Nobody wants that bullshit.
Yeah,
S-300s, man.
yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
That's why you got these heathen nations, man. Like it tells you in Isaiah the 14th chapter, as thou become as weak as us,
Weak is weak. Yeah.
as weak as weak.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They have the same nuclear capability, or even greater, than America. At one time, America was that big bad bully, especially during the time of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when Esau dropped those two atomic bombs, all right, and detonated those two places, those two regions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, nobody's in fear of America anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't got it no more like they used to, man.
They ain't got them. Nobody's scared of them, man.
And everything that they used to have, everyone else has got. That's Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim this amongst the nations. Let the weak say I'm strong.
That's right.
And that's what we're seeing in these various different countries. Now they've got those nuclear missiles, those ICBMs. I mean, we all still we know that America is still the big bad wolf, so to speak. But what's going to happen according to the prophecy is that, as it says, Isaiah 13 verse 4, the Lord says he's going to muster with the host of the battle. I mean, he's going to assemble these different countries, these different nations to come up against who? America, man.
I got something real quick.
This
is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 7. And it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. And it says that the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Yeah.
You know?
You want it? Go ahead.
Yeah. Because the fact is that you're gonna see that all these nations, all right, that you know, that are confederate with America as far as the NATO, EU, you know, these nations that are in conglomerate with America, you know, they're gonna turn against America. America's gonna do something that's gonna piss these nations off to come and attack them. You know? So, you know, this is what we see right now, because we got places like nations like Turkey, all right, which they're doing backdoor deals with Russia. All right. As far as they're seeking military weapons from Russia. You know, their S-400s, their supersonic missiles, their
the missile defense systems.
Yeah, the missile defense systems. You know, they're doing backdoor deals with Russia, man, and that's totally against NATO, man. What NATO policies are, man. So, hey, man, you're gonna see that a lot of these nations they're gonna come against America. And it says, and prevail against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding him. Right, going into America providing foreign aid to these different countries, you know. Hey, guess what? During that time, they ain't gonna give a damn about how much trillions and trillions of dollars that America put into these different countries, man. You know?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, the different countries around the world, you know, primarily out there in Europe, they're gonna be like, you know what? The big bully, the problem is America. North America is the problem, and we all need to form together as in one alliance and come up against this bully. Just like you saw in Friday with Craig, you know, and Debo, so to speak. You're gonna have these different countries come together, and they're gonna knock out the bully. They're gonna knock out Debo, which is America, man. That's what's gonna happen in the very last day. Like the brother said, well, it's really gonna begin with Israel, as it says according to the prophecy, right? Jeremiah the 49th chapter. Yeah, the least of the flock shall draw them out. So Israel is gonna do something, you know, in the Middle East, out there in the Persian Gulf. They're gonna come up against Iran. Iran is gonna need help, because once Israel come up against Iran, America's gonna back Israel, the state of Israel, that is.
And Russia's gonna back up Iran.
And that's it. And then everyone else is gonna get involved. And then again, that's when they're gonna look at America as being the problem. And that's when the Lord is gonna bring those nuclear missiles out of his arsenal, you know, and they're just gonna pelt their missiles upon Babylon the Great America, man.
That's right.
But before all of that happens, there's a prophecy that needs to take place. And that's the fulfillment of the mark of the beast, Revelation 13 and 16. And that's the main prophecy that we're looking out for.
You want to get it real quick?
Yeah, let me get that. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. And
yeah, because this is what it's leading up to, man. All right, this is the major prophecy before World War III, before all hell break loose. This is a major prophecy, man, and we're seeing it really coming right now to fruition, because there's so many things, so many technology right now. You got the Amazon Go, all right, where they just created a technology of the wave of the hand, all right, where it scans your fingerprints, but it's going to get deeper than that. The next wave is going to be where they insert a microchip, all right, in your head and in your hands, all right. This is what you're gonna have. This is what is gonna be the next way how you're gonna do purchases and make transactions. By this microchip, man. All right, and whoever's saying that you know, that the microchip is not the mark of the beast, man. Yo, come on, man. It's so much. It's evident now, man. It's not like how it was, you know, 10, 20 years ago, where you could say, oh, well, that's just, you know, hearsay, but you actually seeing the actual technology that they're bringing out. That's leading up to the mark of the beast right now.
Yeah, there's no speculation.
No.
Especially when you actually dive into the words and this particular scripture,
Yeah.
looking up the word mark. Let's
Right.
read it, right? Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great.
Who's that he, man? It's talking about Esau, man, the so-called white man. He's gonna force you, all right? No matter your status in the society, you could be, rich or poor, all right? And that proves right there, right, that it ain't gonna be no such thing as the middle class. That's why he only said rich or poor,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're trying to do away with the middle class. Right now, that's why you got all these mom and pop businesses, they shutting down, man, because they're trying to eliminate the competition. They're trying to eliminate where it's only going to be the wealthy and the rich. That's it. Yeah.
And then you gotta like think of who's actually in control of the money system, man.
That's right. That's
Those
right.
central bankers out there, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, and so on and so forth,
Yeah.
they control these banks, man.
Yeah.
They control the economy.
Yeah, that's
so whatever
right.
they want to take place,
right.
they can bring it forth, man.
Exactly. If they want to crash it today, they're going to crash it.
That's it,
And
man.
that's it.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man.
That's right.
Esau, Edom.
That's right.
It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in
right.
their right hand or in their
To
foreheads.
receive that mark, man. That mark, when you go into the Greek word charagma, okay, basically is to put a needle in your hand. All right? That's what it all comes down to, man. You know? And that's what they're gonna force everybody on the planet Earth to use this form of system.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to buy or sell like the scripture's gonna go into. Go ahead.
It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
That's right. That's the only way you're gonna be able to purchase items, do transactions in this society, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna force you to, take part in this system, man.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be a cashless society, man.
Yeah.
Physical money is gonna be out the window.
Oh, again, going back to the corona situation, right?
Mhm.
And that's just one. He can bring more plagues and more pestilences.
Right.
You see, another way he's gonna force the people to get this chip is through the medical system.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna throw out,
yeah.
see it?
Definitely.
He's gonna throw out like a disease. It could be this coronavirus, but he might amp it up,
Yeah.
whereby people get sick. They go to the hospital. The only way you can get treated is if what? You have the implantable microchip.
Yeah.
That's just one scenario.
Yeah, because upon those chips, they got your medical records. They got certain information about you. So they can use that as well, like the brother said.
I read it again. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, which is the implantable microchip, or the name of the beast, and the beast was symbolic.
Yeah.
The Apostle John actually saw a beast, but it was symbolic. It was a metaphor for this society that we're living in, which is based upon the ancient Roman Empire.
That's right.
A beast, it can devour. A beast is ferocious, and a beast is lawless. Now that ferociousness is coming in the form of his military might, NATO, and that's who's really going to force people to get that implantable microchip. And this society that we're living in is lawless. Esau doesn't govern this world by way of the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai. Therefore, we're living in a beast system. Okay? So the beast is NATO and the EU, with America being at the helm of that conglomerate power. It says, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And you get the number of his name going into his UPC code, the Universal Product Code, man. When you go out there, you go and buy whatever you may buy, you're gonna see a barcode. All right? And
It's
this
666.
Yeah, you have a 666 value system, if you will, on that barcode, like the elongated line, on the far left and in the middle and on the right.
That's right.
The value of those lines are 6. And even the guy that brought about the UPC code, I believe his name was Joseph Laura, I forgot what it is. Joseph Laura something. Anyway, his very name, the letters of his name add up to 6. There's 6 letters in the name Joseph, and I believe there's 6 letters in the name Laura. So going into verse 18, it says, "Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, the man of sin. Who's
There you
that?
go.
Esau, Edom, man. You know, because that's what it's all gonna come down to, man. When you take this chip, you're basically pledging allegiance to the so-called white man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's your God, he's your power. All right, and we know that once you take this chip, that's it.
Yeah.
You're damned. That's it.
Yeah,
You're gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. But we know that 2/3 of our people, they're gonna accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? They trust in Egypt. They trust in this society.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and we're seeing instances of that right now, man. You got the up and coming vote between, Joe Biden and
Two devils.
the current king of Babylon, which
Yeah.
is Donald Trump.
Right.
And you're not supposed to be in that spirit, man.
That's right.
It said, hey, if you can get that, well, let me get it. Isaiah 10 and verse 20. Let me get this real quick. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, which is the elect, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, which is 1/3 over here in North America, and the remaining elect around the world, as it says, Matthew 24, verse 31, he shall gather his elect together from the four winds of the earth." All right? "Shall no more again stay upon him that smote them." So these particular individuals, man, woman, and child, right? The elect Israelite family are not gonna stay or rely upon Esau, Edom, and his system, so to speak.
That's right.
They're gonna rely upon the words of Yahweh Shema Shai and his spirit, man.
And that all takes having faith,
There you go.
hope, and the believing. Prisoners of hope. Right? That's what the Lord, called his very elect.
Yeah.
Prisoners of hope, man. Because that's what it all comes down to. Majority of our people, they don't have hope. They don't seek in Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah.
Because seeing to them is believing.
Yeah.
We go off of the unseen. We go off the things that we don't see.
Yep.
But we believe.
Yep.
All right, and that right there, that's enough. That's
Yeah.
enough for us to to be delivered.
Yeah. That's our spiritual meat. That's our spiritual drink.
Yeah.
The words of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's what's really keeping us alive, man.
Yeah.
That's what's spiritually keeping us going. That's what's spiritually keeping us hydrated.
That's right.
Hey, the Lord said in Isaiah 65, right? He said, "My servants shall eat." So when the food shortage does come, when the famine does come, guess what? The men of the Lord are going to rely on those words.
That's right.
We're going to rely on a miracle, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. To certain people that might look foolish, but that ain't foolishness unto us, man.
When they called us faith-based Israelites,
Right.
Hey, let us be faith-based Israelites, man. That's what it's about, man. What the Lord told Abraham, that he considered basically him having faith as righteousness, man.
Hey, that's how our forefathers, as it says, man, in Hebrews 11 chapter, that's how they obtained a good report.
That's right.
By having faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So we're gonna come in that same stead,
That's right.
Lord willing.
That's right.
And you brothers out there, and you sisters out there, don't neglect this faith, man. Like, it really is a gift. The fact that Yahweh Shema Shai has opened up your mind and given you the spirit to believe in these words, the words of the Bible, that ain't no light thing, man.
Nope.
That's not no light thing. That's what's gonna lead to your salvation. So don't neglect the gift. I'm gonna send a message to you brothers out there. You that have the faith, keep pushing this word, man. Keep doing these shows, keep going out there on the highways and byways, keep fellowshipping with the brothers, keep praying, keep fasting, man. That's the gift of faith right there.
That's right.
See? Going back to Isaiah 10 verse 20, it says, "And such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel in truth.
That's right.
The remnant shall return." And that's what we're seeing right now, man. The different brothers around the world. We've woken up to our nationality. We've woken up to this truth.
Right.
And now we're returning back onto the true power of Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's right.
It says, "The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return.
Hey, think about it. The sand of the sea. You know how many Israelites there is, not even just in America, but just throughout the whole world, man. You got the Israelite foreigners. You got, you know, a remnant. That's a small number compared to all of Israel. You know. So, like the brother said, man, we're considered blessed. We're lucky to even have this knowledge, man. You know, the Lord gave us as a gift, man. You know, we're not supposed to neglect that, man. You know?
Neglect not the gift which is in thee.
That's right.
Yet a remnant of them shall return, the consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. For the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashmai Shai, of hosts shall make a consumption and even determined in the midst of all the land. And that's heavy because that's going into the day of the Lord. Let me read it again. Isaiah 10 verse 23. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashmai Shai of hosts, meaning of armies, shall make a consumption. Now when you go into this word consumption, another breakdown for that word is what? To consume. So how is the Lord going to consume this kingdom? By way of fire. Malachi 4 verse 1. The day cometh that shall burn as an oven. That's how he's going to take Esau's kingdom out, by way of those nuclear missiles. So it says here, the Lord of hosts shall make a consumption even determined in the midst of all the land. Zechariah 13 verse 8. It shall come to pass that in all the land thereof, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that are disobedient unto the words of the Lord. You're going to be destroyed because you're caught up in your Christianity. You're caught up in your Islam. You're caught up in being a 5%er, in being a Kemet, Egyptology, so on and so forth. So you're gonna die in your sins. All the unfaithful shall die in their unbelief. And
it's right, and it's just. It's justified, man, that the Lord is gonna do these things, man. You know, because he that don't believe is already condemned in the spirit, man. You already condemned, man. You know, for you scoffers, you niggas that talk your shit, you already condemned, man. The Lord's gonna do away with you, man. You know.
All right, so we're getting closer to our destination. We're gonna go back to Isaiah 14 concerning the king of Babylon. It says Isaiah 14 and verse 4 again. Let me start from verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hand of bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased?
This place is on its way out, man. All right, we see the signs, man. You know, we see what's coming here to America. You know, these are the last days of this society as a whole, man. You know, you got among our people, man. They really believe that things are just gonna get the same. You know, it's gonna get like
go back to normal.
Get back to normal. But this is it, man. It ain't gonna get back to normal. This is what you see before you.
Hey, the brother Yawanathan, I want to big up that brother from the spirit. Ba'ashmai Shai to you. The brother done a beautiful lesson on these NYC bars and restaurants. About 50% of them are gonna be discontinued.
Done.
They're gonna be cancelled. And that's
in the next 6 months.
That's in the next 6 months. And you got bear in mind, New York City is known for not sleeping, so to speak. So this place is finished, man.
Yeah, it is. And this is all controlled by the elites. This is what they're really gonna bring, man. Because they control both sides. And they wanna basically bring that chip. They wanna collapse this economy so they can bring this chip. You know? They want to get rid of the middle class, okay? Where it's just going to be the
rich,
the 1%, the rich, the wealthy,
the very wealthy,
and the poor. That's it.
Poor. Verse 5 it says, "The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers." So that's what the Lord is doing right now, but on a spiritual level. He's destroying Esau's rulership. his kingdom by way of sending forth his prophets,
Right.
his servants of prophets to go out there and condemn this place.
That's right.
And we're literally shifting the global dynamics,
That's
man.
right.
Every time that we go out there and preach this word,
Yeah.
every time that a show goes up on the YouTube, bro, his kingdom is falling.
Yeah.
Right there, bro.
Hey, that's
right,
why.
to the right.
That's why you see. That's why you see Esau flagging brothers' channels, taking
go.
brothers' pages down,
There you
because this
go.
truth is getting to him, man.
Yep, yep.
And there's nothing he can do, man. This is a spiritual thing, man. You know, like what it said, Gamaliel. He said
yeah.
if this thing was of men,
Yeah.
it would come to naught. But
naught.
you know, this is of Yahweh Shemi Shai, man.
Yep, yep.
You see, and he right now he's panicking, he's scared, man. The elites they see the prophecies coming to pass. You know, they see the chariots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
They see brothers out there on the highways and byways, man,
Yeah.
chanting Babylon down.
Yeah.
You know, this place is done, man.
It's finished. It's finished.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end. We just got to our destination. We're gonna end it with this last verse, verse 5, and we're gonna answer the question that the Lord. No, verse 4. We're gonna answer the question what the Lord is saying here, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. So the Lord's taking this place out spiritually first with the servants, the prophets, and he's gonna cause this society, this kingdom, primarily North America, Babylon the Great, to seize when he brings about World War III, and these different countries around the world shoot and launch their nuclear missiles on Babylon the Great America. And when Yahweh Shai returns with the holy angels, man, in that day you're gonna have Leviathan 2, Behemoth 2,
Oh my God.
the holy angels 2, Yahweh Shai, the main star, and that's gonna be it.
That's it. End game.
End game. Game over. All right, so all praises, honors, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem,
Rakah
Rakah. Double honors to our elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect.
Hey, shalom.